man. I'm sold. I don't need to see anybody else.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Now, guys, I'm going to be honest. I can sometimes be pretty premature with my takes. I can be immature with my takes. But I think this is one I'm not going back on. Shaedon Sharpe is absolutely ridiculous. So you guys told me to take a look at him. I haven't watched a lot of them. This was kind of my first time really diving deep into some of the articles about him and what people are saying about him. And I have to say, I'm completely sold. He is a prospect that's going top 5. I've heard of him before. I just never really just looked 100% into him. But everything about his game is nearly perfect. It's perfect for the modern NBA. It's perfect for what we need. He can shot create. He's athletic. So if he can get on a team with DeJounte Murray and Trey Jones, they'll set him up very nicely. He has a lot of different layers to his game. He can basically do just about everything. Now, there's one thing that's a glaring flaw that we have to talk about and we have to address. But this video is going to be mostly praise because I absolutely love this kid. Like, I think that he is going to be really, really freaking good. He can really utilize his body well. It's just, okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about him. So what we usually do here is we look at stats. Now, unfortunately, he's very young. So he has no stats as far as college. He's not in college at all. And you guys might be wondering, well, he's 18 years old. How is he going to get into the draft? Well, he'll turn 19. Once he's 19, you can go ahead and try to get in the draft. You either have to be 18 with a year experience in college, or you have to be 19 or over to try to get in the NBA. So he'll be able to be eligible for the NBA, and he can join without even going to college if he wants to. If he doesn't want to step foot in Kentucky, he can do that. So it's completely up to him, and we'll see what happens. So he's listed at 6'6", 201 pounds. Before, I think he was listed at 6'5", 215. So that kind of changed things up. So instead of looking at stats, what I wanted to do is just look at an article here that's kind of talking about what put him on the map to begin with. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So last year at this time, Sharpe was unknown, barely cracking the recruiting ranking due to the impact of COVID-19. The summer of 2020 had been difficult for recruits looking for exposure and equally challenging for scouts and evaluators, as many of the top tournaments had been canceled or broadcasted on low quality live streams. And as you know, we here watch a lot of low quality live. Guys, stop playing, dude. You're gonna get me in trouble. Okay. But everything changed for Shaedon Sharpe during the spring and summer of 2021 as he dominated the Nike EYBL circuit. And we're gonna talk about this in a minute. Averaging 22.6 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 2.7 assists in 12 games. Sharpe's brilliance on the court solidified him as a legit NBA prospect, and he finished the summer as a top-ranked player in his recruiting class, listed at 6'5" and 215. As I said, now it's 6'6", 201, but we'll see. I don't know. We really don't know. Let's just hope he's 6'6", okay? Sharpe is an explosive athlete who routinely makes jaw-dropping highlight reel dunks in the open floor and is an advanced shot maker who punishes defenders in a variety of ways. Now, first and foremost, I don't care about the dunks. All right. He's super athletic. I love it. It's great. It's going to really be able to help his game. It's going to help the team, obviously, whatever team he goes to. Dunks are great. But the one thing that I care about is his advanced shot maker. Like, even Josh Primo, I'm crazy about Josh Primo. But what makes me crazy about him is I think that he has an ability to create his own shot that's only going to get better. He can dunk. He's a pretty decent dunker. But that's kind of just icing on the cake for me. So this is kind of what happened as far as what kind of put him on the map. These numbers right here. The fact that he's a high schooler and people are looking at him in this way is crazy. And honestly, me thinking it through, I don't know if it's really a point in him even going to college. Now, let me go ahead and bring that up. Let me go ahead and bring up the flaw, and then we're going to go through some other things. And here's the flaw, and this might be a cop-out, but he is 18 years old, so he's not proven, okay? He hasn't been around or against real competition, like real men, real NBA players. That he has not been exposed to that yet. Now, once we get to the combine, we'll see what happens, but for the most part, he has not really witnessed that. Now, me personally, I don't think it matters. I see his skill set, and I think that it will be able to transfer pretty well, pretty good. everything about his game, honestly. But with that being said, that is something you need to at least talk or think about. On the defensive end, sometimes he can be a little lax. That's what I've seen. And I think that just comes with age. I think it's just because he's so freaking young. Now, I do want to bring this up. Yeah, we're done with the flaws, all right? Let's go ahead and talk about some more positives, if you want to see this as a positive. Remember when I said that I give immature takes? This is one of those immature takes. Okay, so your boy Shaedon Sharpe, I'll be honest with you. He is one of the most boring players I've ever seen speak in my entire life, okay? He reminds me straight up of Kawhi Leonard. Not playing style, but his interviews. This man does not emote. So let's go ahead and listen to some of this. Actually, I'm going to fast forward right here. Just listen to some of what Shaedon Sharpe has to say to this fine young lady's questions here.
What are you most looking forward to learning from him and the coaching staff and getting better?
Just trying to take in all the info that he gives his players. Like I seen what him do with like DB and all his guards. So probably just taking in all the info.
And you are one of the most fun players to watch. You're one of the best dunkers, like in transition. It's a game. I've seen guys throw lobs up. I was like, no way he's getting that. And you grab it. Do you remember the first time you dunked a basketball?
Probably in the 9th grade. Yeah.
What was it? What kind of dunk was it?
Just a little putback, nothing too much. So.
You are a dynamic shooter, and you have so much in your bag, like pinning blocks on the backboard. What NBA players do you watch a lot of and try to emulate your game?
Just a lot of Bradley Beal and Devin Booker.
Those are the two. Why those two?
Just feel like I play a lot like them. So.
All right, well, Shaedon, thank you so much for the time.
Oh,
good luck.
It's over. Woo, man, that interview, that was incredible. Yeah, he's super boring, okay? Like, absolutely boring. Now, look, we have a lot of guys on our team right now that yell and get excited and get hyped, and that's great. But look, I'll take a boring player over a hype player any day if they are stars, okay? So, as you can see here, he doesn't smile. When I said that he doesn't emote, I meant that. You might have thought that was a joke. I literally mean that. He is Kawhi Leonard incarcerated, okay? He is Kawhi Leonard with plaits, all right? He is Kawhi Leonard, or plaits, I'm sorry. He's Kawhi Leonard with dreads. These aren't dreads, but anyways, that's what he is, okay? That's what he is. He's he doesn't emote. Actually, guys, I probably spent more time trying to find a photo of him smiling or like making any type of expression than I have like trying to look at his game. Because honestly, he just does. Look at him. Every photo's like this. This is just him, okay? Very laid back guy, okay? He seems like a very cool guy. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that he is from Canada. So you might be wondering, well, he's from Canada. Does Josh Primo know him? Well, if you look here, Josh Primo is actually following him. So this could be one of two things, okay? Let's look at the extreme levels of this, all right? Let's look at the extreme positives of this. This could either mean Josh Primo is friends with them, they love each other, they stay in contact, that's wonderful. Or the other end of it, the worst case scenario is Josh Primo knows of him and he likes him, okay? That's about it. He likes his game. But more than likely, it's probably somewhere in the middle. They're just both from Canada. Josh Primo's going to keep up with them in that regard, just that they have that in common. And every single time that you see him in an article, Shaedon Sharpe in an article, Josh Primo is going to follow because both of them are very rare Canadian lottery picks. So just keep that in mind. But this guy, man, this guy can hoop. This guy can absolutely hoop. I really tried my best to find anything that I just blatantly disliked about him, and I just couldn't find it. I'll be honest with you guys. I just completely could not find it. I like everything about his game. So let's go ahead and look at the pros and cons as we always do, and let's see what, NBA Scouting Live has to say. And I really do like their analysis. I always say that. All right, so let's go through this. Pros: excels at scoring on off-ball motion plays. As we say every single time, they say this about every single player. Like, I don't know if I've not seen this on one of them. Adequate scorer off the dribble. Yes. Decent playmaker. I think he's a pretty good playmaker. Solid rebounder. Solid defender that can get steals and blocks. Very good athlete. I think that they should have added in his shot creation. That's what I really like. One thing I didn't mention as well is with him being young, I guess this would be another negative. With him being young, he's a little raw. Like some of his ball handling is a little raw. It's really good for his age, and that's what I care about. The fact that you're able to really just fly on the court. Like it seems like he's gliding on the court at times, and that's kind of what you want to see. You don't want it to look stiff. You don't want the player to have flat feet, which we've seen players have flat feet, and it just kind of, I don't know, mitigates their ability to really break that ceiling. But it seems as if he's very natural with the basketball in his hands. He could spend the entire day with the basketball in his hands. So cons: needs to improve his shooting. Sure. Needs to improve his free throw shooting. Can struggle to score in traffic. Can play too wildly on offense. I didn't see a lot of this. I'll be honest with you, I have not seen a lot of this, but I'm not just going to dog them for that. Can be undisciplined defensively. And I think I said that. So yeah, defensively, because he's young, I've noticed that he has a few flaws there. So Shaedon Sharpe is a very athletic swingman that has a variety of skills that could prove to be useful for the NBA. He is a high motor player that excels at scoring on hustle plays, and he is a big time athlete that can finish plays above the rim. He also is rangy defender that can get steals and blocks for his team. He reclassified to be eligible to enter the 2022 draft, and he could end up being a lottery pick this year. It's not could be, he more than likely will be. So we'll see how it goes, but this is the thing. I'm expecting him, at least this is what I'm seeing, okay? The main consensus of it is that he'll probably be around 6. As you know, we're more than likely going to be 9. I already explained to you guys that there's no way for us to land 6 to 8. Like if we land 9, or we either land basically 10, 9, or top 4, okay? And then we have a 3% shot of landing 11. So more than likely we're going to be 9 or 10 or 9, okay? So with that being said, we would, if we wanted him, we would probably have to trade up. I don't think that he'll land at 9. More than likely, it's going to be around 6. So I'm just praying that the Spurs can get 4 and grab him. I'm going to do way more prospects, okay? But I'm going to be honest right now. I'm probably going to do a few videos on this kid because I really like this kid. I really like him. And he's by far my favorite thus far. And I've looked at quite a few. You guys have told me quite a few. And I'm just going to be honest and saying, look, I don't need to see too much more. I really like this kid. So you guys let me know what you think, man. I've said this, I say this all the time, but if you guys want to support the channel, hold on, let me bring it up. I'm so unprofessional. I'm so unprofessional. Nothing's happening here. This channel sucks so bad. Okay, anyways, if you want to support the channel, you can join, become a YouTube member here, or you can, oh my God, I'm so unprofessional. Hey, yeah, I'm so unprofessional. Never mind. I was about to tell you guys. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Or you can join the Patreon and become a Patreon member. Only $2 per month. But yeah, I really love you guys, man. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you stuck around this far in the video, you get a I love you. So I love you. I'll get with you guys later. Until next time, deuces.